My client, my on guard is... Well, I mean... We know Maya longer than we did Adrian, so let's just throw Adrian under the bus. I mean, it's like, well, look at this one way. It's either we send Maya to her death, and Adrian, goes free and whatnot, or Adrian goes to prison, but Maya's alive. So it's either, when you think about it on a, from a longer term picture, it's kind of like, what's worse? Death or prison, What's worse, when you think about it, you think death is worse, usually, right? So it's better to send someone to prison than to let someone die, I would think. Well, I would say maybe we should save Maya. We're waiting for your answer, Mr. Wright. Man on guard, your client deserves an answer. Maya, I'm sorry. Man on guard is... Nani? Francisca von Karma? Wait, man on guard is Francisca von Karma. Amazing. What are you doing here? Ah! You see now, don't you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? This is exactly why you should never take your eyes off of that scruffy fool. Did you bring them? The final pieces? Do you have them? You should know better than to ask that, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Von Karma is perfect in every way. The evidence is here in perfect condition. Don't worry about Scruffy, he's fine, and his injuries are minor. Oh, he survived the car crash, I guess. All the items are inside this. What a filthy old coat this is. Oh, that's Gumshoes. I can't spot his tattered rags anywhere. I apologize for his ugliness, but there was nothing else to wrap the items in. I fought long and hard this whole trial, all for what's inside that raggedy coat. I'm sure that inside that coat lies a crucial piece of evidence. Your Honor, inside that filthy coat are the defense's final pieces of evidence. Your final evidence? This trial is already over. All that remains is for me to hand down my verdict. I do not believe that any evidence presented now would change the outcome of this trial. What? Your Honor, it is our duty to examine every piece of evidence, down to the last. I request that Ms. Von Karma be allowed to present these pieces of evidence. I suppose you are right, Mr. Edgeworth. I grant permission to do so. However, this one obvious rule applies here. If these items do not bring up any new points, then they will not be accepted by this court. Now, Ms. Von Karma, if you please. All these pieces of evidence are items left by the killer during his escape from the police. He must have been in quite a rush. Yes, Your Honor. The killer left 3 pieces of evidence. Somewhere among the evidence we're about to see, there will be something that will turn this whole situation around, like a miracle. I'm sure of it. That is all we can hope for. The first item is a pistol, okay? It's a Luger. A Luger? How do you say that? Luger? I think so. Does the killer have anything to do with this case? Well, maybe. Does that pistol have any relation to this case? Well, we have to perform a ballistics test, so I can't say anything for certain. Well, I think it's actually the gun that he used to shoot Von Karma in the shoulder, I think. However, I believe it has something to do with this case, at least with me. That's the pistol he used to shoot you, isn't it? That's what I believe, yes. Oh. I kept the bullet they removed from my shoulder as a sort of a memento. Oh, really? I guess like father, like daughter. I'm sure it will be an excellent sample for the test. Or rather, well, I don't know. I thought she meant, did she save it in the shoulder, or did she take it out and save it? I thought she meant like she saved it in the shoulder, like she kept it in her shoulder. I don't know. Maybe not. So that's the pistol that was used to shoot Francisca. It's probably not going to help us very much. Small caliber. The second piece of evidence is this videotape. I bet the killer took that from On Guard Mansion. Well, have you checked the contents of that tape? Unfortunately, there was no time to. Oh yeah, but I would speculate that this tape is very important. Why would you say that? Because he came back to his hideout for it. The killer went back for it? That's right. It looks like he was trying to recover it. He injured 3 of the officers at the site. But somehow it looks like they managed to protect it from the killer. Shelly, the killer is no ordinary man. Try to get this videotape. The last piece of evidence is his bellboy's uniform. Is that a uniform from the Gatewater Hotel? Was that used during the crime? I am almost certain it was. There's even a pair of black leather gloves in one of the pockets. There's no doubt about it. The killer was wearing this on the night of the murder. There's one thing I found interesting about this uniform. And what is that? There's a button missing on this uniform. A button. It's a very unique button. I'm sure if we were to recover it, it would provide us with an interesting clue. One of his special buttons is missing. That is all I have to present, Your Honor. It's just as I thought. And was that, Your Honor? I'm sure will be under normal circumstances, these items from Shelly the Killer's hideout will be very important clues. However, our question is not who did the killing, is who is the client. Yes, that is correct. And these 3 items do not tell us anything about that. Thank you for your hard work, Ms. Von Karma. You may step down now. Wait, Your Honor! Please allow me to examine this new evidence. Overruled. This court already has all the evidence it needs to hand down the verdict. Wonderful. Absolutely splendid. This judge is such a brilliant man, isn't he? Is this the end? Phoenix. I knew it. There's no such thing as a miracle in this world, is there? I think you're wrong. I think they do exist. But you have to make that miracle happen. You've come this far. You can't give up now. But, no matter how you think about it, it's... Try. For my sake. Just think about it for a second. There are 2 ways out of this situation for us. 2? The first. Make On Guard wish from the bottom of his soul for a guilty verdict. The killer will always place his client's wishes first. If On Guard himself wishes to be convicted, then he will let his hostage go. That may be true, but that's asking me to do the impossible. The second way. Force the killer to end his contract with On Guard. If the killer were to no longer think of On Guard as his client, then he would let Maya go. Mia? That's even more impossible! He's a man who values his duty towards his clients above all else. I know both of these seem like impossible feats at first, but if you can make either one happen, it would truly be a miracle. The bigger problem is, the judge already said he doesn't need more evidence. The pieces he was just shown, he's not accepting them. Phoenix, think things through from the other side. Isn't that what has always worked for us? Think outside the box! The other side? Wait, does she mean... You mean to turn things around? Phoenix, the judge says he doesn't need the evidence. If that's the case, then who does need it? The person who needs the evidence. The defense, prosecution, and the judge. We have seen all the pieces of evidence. And that's how we have come to know the truth. There's one person who has yet to see them all. And that person does not know the truth. That truth, and maybe what will bring the miracle in the end. There are no objections this time, correct? Now then, I will pronounce my verdict. Why don't we all respectfully sit back and listen, kids? I have already told you, Mr. Wright. This court does not need any more evidence. I am not saying it is us that needs the evidence, Your Honor. Then, you want to show the evidence to that person? Yes, Your Honor. Please, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, for you to ask with such passion, I will grant you one chance. We're getting very close to the end of the trial, so let me just say one more time. Look, I've got a lot of game overs, okay? So I don't want to restart everything all over again. One chance. Please show your evidence to who you think is the right person. That's impossible. To turn this situation around in one try. One try. That is all I will permit. I have to try to remember everything that has happened up to this point. Think, Phoenix. Think. There must be a way to save Maya while taking On Guard down at the same time. It's the black key. No, it's the metal detector. No! Let's not waste any more time. Who would you like to show evidence to? Maya! To the victim! To Matt! I mean, what we could do? Can't we blackmail Matt? I mean, he's trying to blackmail his assassin friend, right? The tape he has, because he saw the murder and everything. No, can we? Well, I don't know. Well, let's see. I see. And now, tell this girl what one piece of evidence you would like to show this person. The gun. I would like to... I would like to show Matt this gun and shoot the bullet in his face. No. Can we do that? I don't think so. Hey, this is videotape the killer wanted. I would like to present this gun and then, you know, just shoot him in the face. You know, that's an answer, right? That's how we save Maya. We just murder Matt on guard in front of everyone. That's fine, right? I mean, we go to prison, but anyway, I don't know. Then again, maybe not. Well, I don't know. I think I know the answer. I think I already gave the wrong answer. But, well, let's see. What happens if we... Probably nothing's gonna happen, but I was thinking, like, you know, what if we show Matt on guard the videotape that the killer wanted, right? And should I say, hey, we have the blackmail contents that you tried to blackmail the killer one with, right? I'm gonna murder one of the special buttons missing. That's pretty suspicious. I don't know how that's relevant, though. Little button. Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? I don't have anything to say to this. How about you, Miss Von Karma? Well, I was just shot, so... I don't have an opinion. I'm afraid I'm not allowed the defense to continue. What? No one understands what you're talking about anymore. You're crazy. Wait, please, one more chance. Nah, That is enough, Mr. Wright. I will now state my verdict. This court finds the defendant Matt on guard not guilty. Hooray! Hey, look, confetti. We did it? That is all. The court is adjourned. And just like that, the case came to an end. I ran away from the courtroom. And I ran and wandered the streets alone. Ran so far away. I never saw Maya again. The killer is a man of his word, so I'm sure he released her as he promised. I heard the verdict of Miss Andrews' trial a few days later. She was found guilty, of course. And you know, I mean, we threw her under the bus, but I mean, we saved Maya, right? The miracle never happened. Maybe it was never meant to. Because a miracle is something that doesn't exist. The end. Amazing. There you go. It's the bad end. The bad end. I knew about the bad end. I was trying to get that, actually. There was multiple times when I thought we could have got the bad end earlier. So I tried doing that, but I guess you had to get it there. I didn't know. Oh well. Let's go back. You know, I wonder, well, I mean, obviously that was non-canon. I wonder, like, obviously there isn't, but I wish there was, like, a spin-off, you know, where Phoenix actually did give up being a lawyer and everything, and we'd see, like, from what perspective, you know, how that would turn out. Maybe, I don't know, I guess Apollo Justice sort of kind of did that. Anyway. Anyway, let's do this properly. Okay, so I think I know. I mean, well, is it John Doe or the killer? John Doe, the killer. Okay, it's Shelly the killer, I think. I want to show Shelly the killer the blackmail evidence that Matt had, the tape, right? Because, I mean, for one, he tried to, like, yeah, it says right here, the killer violently tried to recover. He really wanted this tape, so why not just give it to him? Well, what do you think, Mr. Unless I'm wrong again. Am I wrong again? Oops. Uh-oh. Huh? Oh, no, never mind. Okay, good. I think there is some merit in showing this evidence to that witness. Bailiff, please bring in the transceiver from earlier. Alright, it looks like I managed to convince him. Okay, good. For a second there, I thought I was completely off the mark. Maya, she's okay, right? Didn't I tell you to concern yourself with bringing about a speedy end to this trial? Now, if you understand correctly, you wish to show me one piece of evidence? Yes, one is all I need. I have here a videotape. It was found at your hideout. I heard you injured 3 officers in your attempt to get this back. That was most regrettable. However, it was an order from my client. I was told to protect that videotape. Okay, interesting. I didn't know that. I thought he wanted it personally. I thought so. I'm afraid I seem to have failed in that regard. Do you know the contents of this tape? I was sternly told by my client to not watch it, so I have absolutely no idea. Well, actually, you're on this tape. Me? There was a video camera hidden at the crime scene. Your actions were being recorded. What? I guess he did not know that? I thought he did. I mean, he didn't. I mean, I thought they knew that. I mean, I was thinking, like, I thought they knew, like, working together, and they knew that he was being recorded, but he was, like, you know, told about the tape, right? He was told about the tape so that they trusted each other, and that Matt was gonna instead backstab him by using that tape as blackmail instead. You know, instead of sharing it, he would use it as blackmail, but maybe the assassin just didn't know about it, I guess, yeah. Anyway, is that true, Mr. Wright? Who was it that planted the camera? Well, the only person who could have placed the camera at the scene of the crime would be your client, naturally. That was Adrian Andrews. Be quiet and listen, Your Honor. Shut up, Your Honor. Yes, sir. Your client specified a place and time for you, isn't that right? Yes. That was so they could film you. I had no idea. Mr. Wright, why would my client do such a thing? I would like to know why. Why did Matt on guard film the crime scene? The reason why he did that is my ticket out of this whole mess. There's only one reason why your client could secretly film the crime scene. They wanted Juan to see this. They wanted the victim to see this even though he's dead. They didn't trust your skills. I mean, yeah, that was my initial hypothesis, that he simply wanted to confirm the kill. But then we heard from him specifically, like we heard from him after breaking his Cyclops, we literally just heard from him that he wanted to blackmail the assassin, right? So that makes more sense. Your client once told me something very interesting. We were talking about you, and this is what they said. But I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone, least of all assassins. Oh, come now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. I'm totally gonna blackmail him. Yes, that's where the video comes in. With that, I can keep him at bay. Even blackmail him. Yeah, blackmail, 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 blackmail. Your client didn't trust you at all. They were thinking of using this video to blackmail you. What do you have to say to that, Shelly the killer? Oh. Oh. It looks like I was being deceived from the very beginning. Yes, by natural. That is the kind of person they are. Your client is a person who only thinks and plots of how to use the people around them to protect themselves from any and all dangers that may arise. That is the true nature of your client. I have one question for the witness. Yes? You told us one thing numerous times during your testimony. You said that you detest traitors most of all. Yes, that's right. What if that traitor was your own client? What would you do then? That's obvious. I would break our contract in that case. And then, that client would become my next target. For the honor of the D-Killer name, even if it takes an eternity, I would follow that person to the ends of the earth to exact my punishment. I see. That's all I wanted to know. So the traitor becomes the killer's next target. Ah, I get it. This is how we'll turn this case around. Mr. Wright. Yes? My contract with my client is over as of now. I seem to have a new job on my hands. I will now return to you your precious item. What the? I'm not an item. My, I thought I'd never see you again. Oh, thank goodness. This trial appears to have come to its conclusion, I guess. However, I don't quite know what just happened there with the client and the witness and... Ah! Mrs. Von Karma, where the... Wait, what? She always has you in her sights. Now, I do believe it's time to finally hand down the verdict. He's sweating! Mr. On Guard, it looks like somehow you got what you wanted. You'll finally receive the acquittal you wanted so badly. You should be happy. But before that, I would like to make one final statement. Sometime in the near future, one very betrayed assassin may appear before you. Needless to say, that man is very good at what he does. I'm sure you would understand what I mean if you watch this video. Help me. Now then, Your Honor, the verdict, if you please. Is this alright with you, Mr. Wright? Well, we have finally reached the end of a very long battle. Whether he's convicted or acquitted, there's no escape for him now. Go on, Phoenix. Plead whichever way your heart tells you. Right, Chief. We can be totally cheeky and just say no guilty. Yeah, he's not guilty, sure. And then he'll totally just get murdered the moment he steps off this courtroom. Wouldn't that be nice? Congratulations, Mr. Man on Guard. Please make sure to savor every moment of what little time you have left. Your Honor, as always, the defense pleads not guilty. Very well. This court finds the defendant Man on Guard. Please, wait! What's the matter? If I get a not guilty, I'll be killed! I'm... No! Guilty! Guilty! As always, it looks like we have uncovered the real truth. We? I don't remember you helping out much in this. Mr. Edgeworth, how's Man on Guard? I have left Ms. Von Karma in charge of his incarceration. I'm sure he's getting a full-course meal of whip leather right about now. Very good. That was a close one, wasn't it, witness? Yes. I plan to pay my debt to society for my own crime, Your Honor. The first time I was called to the witness stand during this trial, all I felt was despair. She must be talking about the time Edgeworth really went after her. I guess she's trying to forgive him for what he did. As a witness, she has an illness, and then she reveals the secret. I don't care if you die, is what Edward said. But after that, when I was alone at the detention center, that's the first time I really saw myself for who I am. And today, when the two of you used your combined strength to convict Matt, I felt like I had finally been saved. Wow, a smile. That was the first time I've ever seen her smile. I'm really happy that you two were in charge of this case. I really don't know how to express how I feel at this moment. This is the first time I felt comfortable with myself, with who I am. Amazing. Thank you so much, everyone. Hooray! She got her revenge! Yay! It looks like we have resolved everything at last. As for myself, there are still a few things I'm confused about. But everyone seems to be in good spirits. That is good enough for me. That is all. This court is adjourned. Hooray. Everyone's happy. I mean, yeah, like, she got her revenge, but also she learned that, I don't know, what did she learn? What's the moral of the story? I mean, I guess the moral of the story is always, you know, face your weakness, you know, dig out the truth. Don't try to, like, frame your revenge target. Just let the truth be out there instead of hiding it, you know? That sort of thing. Anyway. You were great out there, Phoenix. What I did out there was right, wasn't it? This is the first time you've not gotten your client off. Gotten your client off, eh? You got them a guilty verdict this time. But we have to look past all of that to what's really important. You now realize that there's something more than just getting a not guilty, right? Yes, I understand now. I hate the defense pleaded not guilty. I mean, yeah, we still technically did our job. Even though we were forced to, anyway. Phoenix, think back for a second. Think to the moments before Miss Von Karma arrived with the final pieces of evidence. Yeah. You know, I guess this gun obviously is not relevant. This saved the case, and well, saved Maya's life in general. You know, it's more than just the case. I mean, the more of the story is, you know, it's not just about the job, it's about more than just the job. But also, what was with his uniform? I guess it's the uniform he used, and apparently his special button's missing. I wonder if this is ever, like, explored further, or is this just like another red herring? I guess maybe it's just a red herring. I don't know. Like a button's missing. It seems suspicious. I don't know. But think to the moments before missing an apparent piece of evidence. Think about the incredible decisions you had to make. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear the final statements on the matter. Help me, I gotta listen to my heart. Should I save justice or save Maya's life? I chose not guilty, is the thing. I wanted to save Maya. Is he guilty or is he not guilty? Those were your choices then. And your answer? Your answer spoke to what being a lawyer means to you. I guess so. In the end, the player's choice doesn't really matter in that regard. Right. Edgeworth, I have good news. Maya is now safe in police custody. Really? Pearl, she just came back. You're telling us the truth, right, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, she's quite safe. She's on her way here as we speak in the patrol car. Yeah, Mystic Maya's safe. So let me just say one more time, just in case there's like one more thing we need to do. You did it, you really did it, Mr. Nick. Ow, she punches deceptively hard for a kid. One Punch Man. I believed in you. I kept saying to myself, Mr. Nick will save her. Mr. Nick will save her. Wah! Thanks. Oh, what's wrong? Miss Von Karma. Hey, what's up, Von Karma? You helped us. About earlier. Thanks. Ow! Why are you still smiling, Mr. Phoenix Wright? You lost. Your perfect win record has now been crushed. And yet, you are still happy? I don't think you'll ever understand, Miss Von Karma. How dare you? Don't worry. She may in time. After all, I was like that myself until a year ago. Edgeworth, For my own personal victories and for guilty verdicts. In the end, it's not about winning or losing. I used every dirty trick in the book, and so my win record remains spotless. But a man appeared and stood fast against that selfish me, and fought him in my usual manner and tasted my first defeat. I felt like I had lost everything back because of that. And then... Isn't that the same gun, by the way? Looks like it. This pistol's the same pistol. Is it? Maybe, I don't know, actually, it looks a little different. I think it has the same, like, you know, general look to it, but... maybe not. I think it does look different. Anyway, it was my turn to sit in the defendant's chair. And I was saved by that person I called my enemy. I couldn't forgive myself for all that had happened. So I left the prosecutor's office. And I left that note. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death. As though you should have. A prosecutor who has shamed herself for defeat should crawl into a hole and die. But that was not what happened. After I left the prosecutor's office, I finally came to realize something. It was at that moment of clarity that everything began to change. What foolish nonsense. We prosecutors use anything we can to attack the defendant. But every time we did so, no matter how desperate the situation, instead of giving up like most people, that man would hold strong with his undying faith. And then, before I knew it, I began to trust in that man as well. What? You trusted your enemy? It doesn't matter how many underhanded tricks a person uses, the truth will always find a way to make itself known. The only thing we can do is fight with the knowledge we hold and everything we have. Erasing the paradoxes one by one. It's never easy. We claw and scratch for every inch. But we will always eventually reach that one single truth. This I promise you. The truth. Yes, that's the reason why prosecutors and defense attorneys exist. Yep. Not about winning or losing, it's about fighting the truth. But I'm sure you already knew that already, didn't you, Wright? That's why you couldn't forgive me. This man who went into hiding. Isn't that right? Right? This man had only had his sights set on victory, who ran away into the night. Is Mr. Edgeworth right, Mr. Nick? You really let me down. When you disappeared, I felt betrayed. The reason I decided to become a lawyer to begin with was because I believed in the things you said to me all those years ago. And you betrayed your own words. That's why, 1 year ago, I made up my mind. I decided that Miles Edgeworth that the Miles Edgeworth I knew had died. At least, that's what I told myself. He was metaphorically dead. You pathetic fool. Miss Von Karma, I don't want to hear the wretched whimpering of a disgraced loser. A Von Karma is someone who is destined to be perfect. Miles Edgeworth, you are no longer worthy. You are no longer worthy of being a Von Karma. And neither am I. It's over. It's all over. Okay. I think she just threw a tantrum at the end there. Francisco threw something on the ground just now. This is electromagnetic receiver. Isn't that the thing she used to track Detective Gumshoe? Well, I'll return this to the precinct later. There's something else. Yeah, isn't that Miss Von Karma's whip? I'll never set foot in another courtroom again. I'm sure that's what she's saying by this action. You should keep this, right? Keep the whip? Okay. Can I use it in the courtroom as well? Just whip the judge? Why not? Okay. Nick! Maya! Monster kill! No, Maya! Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya! Wow! Hooray. Oh, Nick, I knew you'd come through. You got on guard convicted like I knew you would. And on top of that, you even rescued me. Well, of course I did. You know I would never desert you. In fact, like if I had a choice, I would save you first. I tried doing that multiple times. But we sure pressed our luck this trial. We're really lucky to be standing here. Whatever. Look, it's over, okay? Besides, if I did croak, I would just come back and haunt you like a bad ghost repeatedly. Okay, yeah, I guess so. Is it really that easy to do something like that? Thanks a lot, Nick. Don't mention it. Maya. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm relieved you're alright. Hey, it looks like you've made some real progress, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, I suppose I'm a little different from who I was a year ago. Alright. I think it's time we go out to this depressing place. Huh? Where are we going? Food, Nick. Food. Grub. Chow. I'm starved. I'm so hungry. Even you look like a nice juicy burger on a bun to me, Nick. You think I look like a burger? I'm a prime rib at least. Come with us, Mr. Edgeworth, please. If you insist. Alright, so how about we go hit up our usual burger joint? That's totally not a ramen place. Don't be silly, Nick. Huh? This case messed up that awesome evening and got away with my gourmet food. So I've decided we have to make it up by having another feast. Another feast? Come on, Nick. Food! Oh, and then we go into debt because we need to feed her 8 stomachs. Bad end. Hey, pal! Oh, look at him. He has a bandage on his head. Sorry to keep you guys waiting. Gumshoe, are you alright? Yeah, but I'm really embarrassed. I didn't think I would hit a telephone pole of all things. A telephone pole? Then it wasn't a red light that got him? You did it again, city boy. I felt like my dear old heart was gonna give out on me. I ain't joking. Yeah, it was more exciting than the very last episode of Steel Samurai. Thanks. Now looky here, Mr. Snooty Prosecutor. Don't you reckon you bullied Mr. Wright too hard? If you don't start being a lot nicer than him, he might just kick it. Tonight even. I'll keep that in mind. Oh, come on now. Everyone gather around. Y'all gonna get your picture taken by a genuine professional photographer. It looks like Lotta bought herself a new camera. Well, pal, at least we can put this messy case behind us now. Come on, tonight's all about eating, so let's go chow down, pal. Amen to that, pal. Amen. Amen. You know, when you think about it, you were the one who saved the day, detective. Huh? Me? You really think so? And he's right. If it wasn't for the 3 items you took, I think this trial would have had a very different ending. Yeah, we wouldn't have gotten the other ending. Literally. Well, you know, it's a oh. Oh, wait. That's odd. When I ran off with the things from the killer's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things in total, sir. 4 things? What? 4? Yeah, I'm sure I put one of the items in my coat pocket. There was a 4th item? 4th item? What else did he take? I mean, whip? No, this belongs to Francisca. There's a certain mysterious nostalgia to it. Oh, come on, yo, it's all over. But who boy, I tell ya, you really are something else. Between getting accused of murder and getting kidnapped, yeah. Like, she was accused of murder like 2 times, and now she's getting kidnapped. I wonder what else is gonna happen in later games, I don't know. Never a dull moment with you, huh? Haha, you think? Why does she look so happy about that? But being shut away for 2 whole days. Weren't you scared? And where did you poop and pee? Anyway, yeah, it was really scary. I felt so hopeless. I mean, that's the first thing I think of if I was on an abandoned island. Where would I shit, man? I guess on the ground? It'd be pretty stinky. Anyway, so to keep my mind off things, I drew a picture. Sounds like I had it rough, gal. So where's this picture of yours? Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see Mystic Maya's picture. You know, I don't know where it went. Aw, that's too bad. Well, it's alright. It wasn't anything important anyway. Huh. It sure is nice to finally see them both smiling again. Oh. More beeping. What is it, Edgeworth? Oh, this thing is picking something up. Oh, that's Miss Von Karma's receiver. Thanks to her, I had the most awful experience of my life, sir. I can't believe she stuck a tracking device on me. Where did she put it? Up your butt? Nope. That's odd. Even though you're standing right here, the tracking device seems to be in a different location. Oh, okay, so maybe not up his butt. Oh, it's probably Buster or something, sir. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm afraid it's about time for me to excuse myself. I still have some work to do. Huh? But Mr. Edgeworth, you haven't even eaten anything yet. And you've eaten way too much, you glutton. Oh, I had fun tonight. Now, if you excuse me. Wait. What? I just want to say, thanks, Edgeworth. You really saved me out there. If anyone should be saying thanks, it should be me, right? I feel like words alone aren't enough here. I wonder if there's anything I can give him to express how I feel. My badge! Here's my badge! A gun! Pew pew! You shoot it in the face. Actually give badge? I mean, is that the answer? I don't know. I don't know if that's the answer. Because I was thinking... Badge? I mean, that kind of makes no sense, considering, I mean, he doesn't need it. He's not a defense attorney. I was thinking the whip? I mean, it was like, because I'm thinking like, who would give this back to Franziska Von Karma? It would be Edgeworth, right? He knows her, right? So I mean, it does nothing for me to keep it. It doesn't belong to me; it belongs to Franziska. So I'm thinking maybe he could give it to Franziska, or maybe not. I don't know. I'm not sure. How I feel. This knife. I give you my knife. I will now stab you with it. Has some juice. Now, radio transceiver? Is there anything I can give to him to express how I feel? Okay, my first guess is whip. I mean, maybe the badge is correct. You know how I feel. I mean, I guess how I feel is like this badge. Like you may be a defense attorney. Special buttons? Maybe maybe this isn't a red herring after all. I don't know. Okay, my first guess is whip because he has like, I don't know. Like, what does it mean by that? Express how I feel. Give this back to Von Karma, you know? That's what I'm trying to say? I think so. I don't know. It makes sense, though, to me anyway. Like, what am I supposed to do with this whip? Nothing. Because she's, like, giving up in the same sense of, like, like himself, right? Because Von Karma, like, threw away the whip, and then Edgeworth mentioned, like, she's leaving in the same way that he did, right? She's no longer a prosecutor and everything. You know, Franziska Von Karma chooses death as a prosecutor anyway. So I'm thinking giving him this to remind him that that he came back and everything, you know? In the same way. In the same way that he gave up, he came back and became a new prosecutor and everything, right? I'm gonna choose a whip. I might be wrong. If I'm wrong, I guess I'll reload and see which one's the correct one. I did make a save, right? I think I did. What's this? Well, thank you. It's all thanks to you two. Oh, okay, that makes more sense. Yeah, because Franziska also helped out. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, I didn't think of that. You and her. You don't need to thank me. I was only doing my job. Okay, that makes sense. You know, it's funny because I think about it. The whole idea of Edgeworth leaving, you know, because he wanted to understand what it means to be a prosecutor and everything. I think, like, well, other than the fact that obviously for story reasons he wanted to know that he wanted to learn that there's more to just prosecuting than just winning, right? More than just getting a win record, more than just getting a guilty verdict. But for a meta reason, I think I read somewhere that at least for the second game, they didn't want Edgeworth to keep being a prosecutor because they didn't want him to lose like again. You know, they didn't want to like give him like a bunch of losses over and over, so it makes him look bad. So in order to make him a strong character, a strong prosecutor, they gave Phoenix a different rival, and that's Franziska von Karma, right? So it makes, you know, so it doesn't make Edgeworth like lose all the time, you know. Makes him seem more competent in that case, on the meta level anyway. Anyway, it looks like Mr. Edgeworth has left, Mr. Nick. Hey, Mystic Maya? Yes, Pearly? I guess you two can go back to being lovey-dovey, right? You and Mr. Nick, I mean. Pearly, why would you cut that out already? You're embarrassing me. Anyway, so who's paying for this lovely dinner party? Oh, whoops. You know, Edgeworth is the richest person. He was the richest person here. I guess we can't give the tab to him, though. As if you need to ask. Everyone say thank you, Nick. Huh? Oh yeah, I'm kinda at the point where I can't even buy instant noodles, pal. So I kinda already put your name on the bill. Huh? Yeah, I got me a situation just like that myself. There's this camera shop, this hotel, see? And I just bought myself this good old beauty here. It'll be better anyhow for $3,000, so... Huh? Honey? Actually, I reckon you bought me it from your since all your tab and all. Nani? Is this great, Mr. Nick? Yeah, Nick. Why do I suddenly feel like screaming? Also, we didn't get any money from the Matt on Guard case, considering we technically lost it. You know? And I don't think Matt... I don't think he's gonna pay, like, any sort of fee for our services, considering his situation. So, No, I don't. You don't need to hold back now. You hear? Yeah, pal. Time to let it all out. This is gonna be the first time I hear the real you. Yeah, maybe we should become an assassin after all. It seems ludicrous, or not ludicrous. What do you call it? Lucrative? Yeah, that's the word I was thinking of. Lucrative. Maybe we should quit this attorney job. We're not getting any money out of this. Let's be the next The Killer. Go on, it's been a while since I heard you say it. I've been busy being a hostage and all. Alright then. If you say so. Objection! Alright. There you go. Credits time! And that's the second game. Ugh. Some post-credits? You really came through for me, Nick. I had to hide that letter, but you knew you'd find it. Or I knew you'd find it. I really like I've been living on the edge lately. I mean, I've escaped death 3 times now. Pretty cool, huh? I feel like a pro. 3 times. How many lives does Maya have? Maybe she's like a cat? Cat girl Maya, she has 9 lives. I'm so happy that you saved Mystic Maya, Mr. Nick. I'm so happy for the 2 of you. Speaking of which, I think this hotel is a popular place for honeymooners. So I sort of made a reservation for the 2 of you, just in case. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that, Pearl. That's weird. Well, pal, it looks like I'm back on the force again. Oh, okay. Mr. Edgeworth had a long talk with the chief, and he got me reinstated for my sake. I heard you things say like letting that one goes bad for all of society. I knew it. Crashing headlong to everything is the only way to live, pal. I think he misinterpreted that sentence. I think Edgeworth means that if Gumshoe was left to his own devices, he would do more damage to society if he wasn't a detective. Salute. I, Maggie Bryan, am retiring this uniform as of today, sir. I'm gonna be a waitress from now on. Okay. And bring smiles and joy to the people who come by the restaurant, sir. I hope you'll stop by sometime, Mr. Wright. You're gonna be a waitress instead of a cop? I don't know, a bit of a downgrade. You think about it, but I don't know, it depends. Depends if you like customer service, I guess. Being a cop is kind of hard, right? Because you gotta be talking to criminals all day, or potential criminals. Yes, are you here to visit the patient? I'm Dr. Hardy. Yes, that girl, you know. I haven't seen her in a while. But I remember, if I even laid so much as an eye on her, I would go crack. It didn't matter if I got whipped, though. Yes. Oh ho ho. Okay. Crack, crack, crack. He loves that whip. It's time to begin our quest of world circus domination, sweetie. And to let the world know we are serious, I plan to make a fabulous flight to Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe? Hey Max, what do you think Zimbabwe is like? Do you think there are castles made of cake and bunnies who can talk? I think if there are any talking bunnies, even they would laugh at most jokes. I don't know, someone could get out in the bunny costume, that would make sense. Anyway. Programming. I wonder if this, I don't know, I wish someone could make another type of Phoenix Wright game. I'm ready. There's no way to just fall on deaf ears. I'm gonna be more contemporary with my humor. Most girls represent. Oh, we've got a new act all worked out. Prepare for the your chorus. Say something, will you? You're supposed to start us off. Get on with it. Punch, punch, punch. Ora. Yeah, I wish it was more like, again, a very similar game to Phoenix Wright would be Danganronpa. I think like a small indie game called One Bit Heart is also which I played, similar to Phoenix Wright. But what's this threat? This is just an ordinary electric razor we're trying to use the station. I can't believe this, really. How long do you plan on making me do this? Oh, she's still doing it. She's still tracking all the bugs in the hotel. It's Ejibu's idea, so it must have a deeper meaning. But from what do I get this feeling? They wouldn't forget about me, would they? I was never like this in the old days. They must have the world of me. I lost the voice. How you do the voice? God, give me Queen ready. I can't do the old bag voice. Oh no. Like stereotypical like smoker lady. Like, I can't do it. I don't know. I just forgotten how to do the voice. Oh well. Danganronpa and One Bit Heart. I wish there's more games in this vein, you know? But it is unique in that sense, because there's not a lot of games like this. I appreciate everything you and Mr. Ezra did for me at the bottom of my heart. Oh, that's right. I received a letter from Ms. Von Karma. She said that after I get out, I should feel free to consult her about anything at all. I'm really thankful to have met everyone. Maybe Von Karma does care about her. You know, definitely when we confronted her, you know, in the hospital, she said she didn't care about Adrian Andrews, but maybe she does. Maybe they'll get along and be friends. It's become difficult for me in this country as of late. As such, I will take a short leave of absence. If you'd like to request my services, please be sure to visit my homepage. May we both be blessed with longevity. Mr. Shelly D Killer. ShellyDKiller.com maybe. Just go to the site and just order some assassins, why not? Or assassinations. March 23rd, 9:42 p.m. International Departures Gate 12. Where are you going, Francisca? How did you know I was here? With this. A tracking device. That's... I heard you were planting things on a certain person. Things like tracking devices in his coat, for example. Oh yeah, she did have the code itself, right? She put all the items in the code. That's just like you. I only planted it there because he was always wearing it. This filthy drab coat of his. I don't know how it ended up in my luggage. But it's going in the trash, I promise you that. Oh, that's right. Speaking of that man, he told me something very interesting. When I ran off the things from the killer's hideout, there was 4 things, right? It took 4 things in total, sir. 4 things? It seems he put the last one in his coat pocket. He put it in here. Doesn't matter anymore. The case is already over. You know, it would have been bad if it was the videotape that she missed. We would have lost in that case. Oh well. What are you going to do now? That's none of your business. Are you running away? Shut up. You don't understand a thing. You can't possibly understand what it means to be Manfred von Karma's daughter. Francisca. So many expectations from everyone around me. Expectations I must fulfill. I'm expected to win no matter what. And failure? Such a thing is not an option for me. My father was a genius. There's no doubt about that. But me, I'm no genius. I've always known that. But I had to be one. I had to. You may not be a genius like your father, but you are a prosecutor. You have been and always will be. No, I'm not. Not anymore. I've even thrown my whip away. And speaking of that, Wright gave me this to hold on to. Right. You knew something like this would happen, didn't you? Maybe? I'm going to say this again. We prosecutors do not fight for personal honor or pride. I hope you will think deeply about what you should be striking down with that whip. You haven't changed a bit. You've always left me alone and walked on ahead without me. Miles Edgeworth, I've always hated you. And then, finally, my chance to take my revenge on you arrived. If I could win against that man, if I could make Phoenix Wright bow down in defeat, then this girl you left behind would have risen higher than you. That was supposed to be my revenge. They have this kind of like senpai-kohai relationship, I think. I see. You know, I can't do it. I can't change who I am. I can't throw away everything I've been until today. I believe you can. Just like how Adrian Andrews did. Adrian Andrews? You were going to use her during the trial, right? But you were dependent on your father by using his tactics. Isn't that right? Today you chased after me, after I left you behind all these years. And that's why we're standing here right now, side by side. But I have no intention of stopping. If you say you're going to quit your walk down the prosecutor's path, then this is where we part ways, Franziska von Karma. Crying. I'm Franziska von Karma. Don't think I'm gonna walk in your shadow forever. Our battle begins now. So you better prepare yourself, Miles Edgeworth. Baka. Oh, that's rare spray. You see her crying. Phoenix Wright. One day, someday, who's saying this? I don't know. I'm sure we'll meet again in battle. Until then, this last piece of evidence that never made it to you, I'll take good care of this fourth piece, so I can give it to you when at last we meet again. Give it to Wright? I guess that was Franziska. But what's this fourth piece? Is this? Nick? Is this Maya's drawing? I guess so. You just drew a picture? Drew a picture on the card itself? Huh. Well, there you go. Justice for all is now completed. And I wonder if you can use that evidence. You know, the little card. I present you this card with my face on it to you, Shelly the Killer. That's the important evidence. No, okay, maybe not. But yeah, alright, so there you go. Second game completed. I guess so. I was thinking of starting the third game today, but I guess yeah, that trial took longer than I expected. You know, because I just got stuck in a few parts. It's been 5 hours. You know, usually I stream for 4 hours, not 5 hours. Alright. I guess yeah, that'll be it for today's stream.